Hi Cancer, welcome to your mid-May 2022 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. Cancer, I've missed you guys so much. Thank you for your patience and your understanding. As some of you may know, I'm getting married in June. So May and June are going to be extremely busy months for me, and I'm doing my best to get all the readings I can out there. And in the meantime, your guys' love and support is so deeply felt and truly appreciated. So thank you, Cancer. And if you're just joining me now, you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this message, this video. I hope that you find the messages that you're looking for by being guided to this reading. So let's get into it. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Cancer. This will not resonate with every Cancer that watches this message. And because this reading is general, not every single message is going to be for you. So please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear that message. And if this reading is not for you at all, Cancer, I highly suggest checking out your other signs and different placements. Hi, cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Cancer. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Cancer and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. Okay, Cancer, let's get this reading started. I will be using my sound bowl to clear and set the energy, so if you are listening to this using headphones or the volume's kind of loud right now, I do suggest turning it down a little bit just for this part because I don't want your ears to hurt. So let's do this. All right, so for this reading, Cancer, I am tuning into an energy that's in or around your energetic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment, whether you are single or you're taken, whether you're together with this person or at least talking to this person, or you're in separation from them. Let's see who wants to come through for your reading and why from now till the end of May and what's going to go on in your love life. So tell me, what energy is surrounding Cancer? Let go of control issues. All right, and it says, allow this situation to unfold naturally. I believe Taurus had this card. If I'm wrong, sorry about it, but maybe Taurus, you're dealing with a Taurus. You could have Taurus in your chart, and that sign is already coming through for some of you for a specific reason. It does not have to be the case in order for this reading to resonate, but if you are dealing with a Taurus or have Taurus in your chart, check out that reading to see if there's messages for you there. You know, what I kind of feel with this is that someone wants to like have everything their way, Cancer, and in some sort of form, they're really thinking that they can take control of the situation, that you would just be likely to comply, that there's like some sort of sense of frustration coming on both ends. Cancer, I feel like this person just hasn't been giving enough to you to make you feel happy in this, to make you feel like this is worth staying in, and it's really pushing you away. And with this person, they just don't get why you aren't going with the flow as far as what they want to have. And it feels kind of like, yeah, you know what? I don't want to date. I don't want to commit, but hey, let's talk. Let's hook up. Let's, you know, have this relationship, but not take it to that next level. And I feel, Cancer, it's really, really testing your patience here. Others of you, it could be that this person's just going slow as hell. Really, really slow in, you know, responding to you or in, you know, moving anything forward. And that's another thing that's kind of pushing you away and making you start to detach. And once a Cancer detaches, it's pretty set and done. I'm a Cancer, so I could say this pretty confidently. We like to hold on to things, and sometimes we do have the tendency to hold on a little bit too long. And we really know that it's been overexhausted or that we're kind of outgrowing it when we really start to see what's the point of holding on to this anyway. But Cancer, I feel as you detach and as you move, you know, a little bit forward or you become more withdrawn, they're starting to get angry with you as if you are the one that is starting to give them the cold shoulder, or you're the one that's kind of closing off to them, or even they're telling people that like you're ghosting them or that you're like playing with them, but that wasn't the case at all. All the signs were there. You really did try to make this work, but they're still just unwilling to hear you out or to try to make more of an effort. So I think that's kind of the scenario that's going on right now, and or what you've been dealing with these last few weeks. I'm seeing the letter B, as in Brittany, as in Brandon. First, middle, last initial could mean something to someone. And I also saw a beanie, the hat beanie that someone could wear quite frequently. Maybe you worn it before with them. It's someone's go-to. I don't know, but those are coming through very strongly. Those messages are at least. So let's get to the bottom of this. Okay. I think about you constantly and I don't know what to do. Yeah, so you definitely have kept your distance from this person. I feel maybe it was even last month you stopped talking to them, or maybe at the end of April you guys kind of broke things off. You just kind of dropped the ball, walked away, and they kind of didn't really realize you'd actually do that, Cancer. I don't know, maybe you kind of stuck through for a while, or maybe they really thought that everything was going well enough for you to never even think that you would cut this off, whatever that case is. But Cancer, now they're stuck. They're stuck now because they feel like they want to talk to you. They want to get back in this connection with you. They want to see you. They want to have you around. But at the same time, I think they are really holding back and reaching out. They don't want to be the first to. I think they have a lot of ego and pride surrounding that. And I also feel for some reason they're kind of putting this on you to be the one to, you know, re-engage, or to be the one to apologize, or to be the one to, you know, make this work or fix this. And that's not how a connection or relationship should be. It should not be entirely one person. And I feel, Cancers, that's the main reason you left, is because that's how this person made you feel. It was like all on you, to, you know, ask them to hang out, to ask them what they're doing this weekend. And you had enough. But they are kind of stuck in this thinking now of, you know, I'm kind of mad at Cancer for dropping this, but I really still want to continue this. I really still want to have this. And even if they're trying to move away from you, even if they are trying to move on, they're not doing so great at it. I feel like they still have pictures saved of you on their phone. They still check your social media if you have one. I almost feel like someone made a playlist for someone else and they still listen to that playlist. For those of you that does resonate with, they thought you had a really great taste in music. But yeah, now they're kind of stuck and they don't know what to do. That's exactly what this card is saying here. But this other card is saying allow this situation to unfold naturally. So Cancer, I feel, yeah, maybe both of you are in this waiting game. Maybe you've kind of waited long enough and you're moving on. But if it's meant to be, it shall be. They know how to hit you up. They know how to, you know, reach out to you. And if it's important enough, they'll do it. And I feel that's kind of where you guys are in the mindset of. And if they don't, they'll miss their opportunity. But they're in this battle now of what to do here. It's almost like Two of Pentacles vibe. So I wonder if you're dealing with a Capricorn or someone with Capricorn in their chart. Or someone's in the process of making a decision of what to do here. So let's see what the tarot has to say. With the tarot, I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you right now? What do they think about you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Cancer? Interesting. I could see why they miss you. Yeah. And you are the ones being silent with them. I even feel like they try to, like, I don't know, before you guys really pulled out and pulled away, it was like they tried to send you like a funny meme or like a joke or like something really kind of out of the blue and random just to talk to you again, and you did kind of just either brush it off or just kind of texted back with like a very non-engaging response, and they were hurt by that. But it's like you're trying to avoid the topic of conversation here. You're trying to avoid the real issue here, and that's what's pissing Cancer off. At least that's how you kind of view it. You know, let's talk about where we're going. Let's talking about what you want with me. Let's talk about if you actually want a relationship or something that is going to evolve into that, or are you just using me? But you don't want to talk about that, and that's what's frustrating me. This is how I feel, at least. Yeah, bottom of the deck, the Tower. Whoa. Mars energy, Scorpio energy. I feel you guys got in a fight, a big fight for some of you. And I almost see for like, it was in a like parking lot. I don't know, or it was like after you guys were out. For others of you, it could have just been like a text message battle between the two of you. I'm seeing all caps type of thing. But yeah, there was definitely a fight, and it was definitely what caused you guys to really just almost want to say, F it, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Maybe even some of you through that fight, and maybe there was alcohol involved too, but even then you kind of felt like you saw that person's true colors or a side to them that just really turned you off, or just really, you know, confirmed for you that this was all it was going to be. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to progress. So let me let that tower fall so I can rebuild a different foundation within myself or a different foundation with someone else. But yeah, I feel with this Tower card, they really didn't realize the repercussions of their actions, how it really was going to be left in the complete dust for you guys as far as that goes. I kind of want to clarify this Tower card because I feel there's more to it. Eight of Swords. For some of you, Gemini energy, by the way, you held back a lot. You know, you kind of held your tongue as far as your frustrations towards this person, as far as what really annoyed you, what, you know, you couldn't stand about this person. And it kind of built up to this boiling point. And I feel for some of you, you really let this person have it. You really let this person have it, and they did not see it coming, Cancer. Because usually I feel for you guys, you know, you're not the ones to like confrontation. You'll definitely defend yourselves if you have to, but like if it's something where you're like, well, maybe they didn't mean it that way, maybe I'm overreacting, you kind of saw no, Cancer, this is not overreacting. This is the truth of the situation, and I'm going to tell them off, you know, because it just frustrated you and you couldn't hold it in anymore. And so whatever they did really made everything that was being hidden within yourself, all the things that you've wanted to say, it came out. Knight of Wands. Yeah, Sagittarius energy. I feel with this card here, it's like their flakiness, their inconsistency, their inability to kind of stay and follow through. And, you know, when they come in, it's very hot. It's very seductive. It's very charismatic, charming. And maybe you kind of feel like you kept fooling yourself because you thought every single time they'd come back, they would stay. But then something would happen where they were on to the next. They got a lot of distractions in their life, whether that's other people and that's why they didn't want to commit, whether that's, you know, an ability to commit or a wanting to commit. But you feel like they didn't sell you that. They sold you the, yeah, I really like you, I want to see where this goes, but then not really follow through with it. And that's what made you mad, Cancer. I also feel like this person, you know, as far as conversation goes, they get really distracted. They're the type where you kind of just want to talk about your day, maybe something you went through, something that was really difficult, and all they're kind of doing on the phone or face to face is like, oh yeah, oh, that sucks. You know, it doesn't seem like they really care, I guess. And that's just maybe an example. And that was like the last straw, whatever that situation was. All right, but Cancer, they do miss you. And you know why? Because how they feel about you is the Empress. Taurus energy, Libra energy. I mean, first of all, they respect you now. And I don't know why it took so long for them to really see who you are or what you're about or really get it until you had to go the tough way, until you had to go the cutthroat way, the savage way is kind of what I'm getting. And now that you're completely silent or that you really haven't engaged the way you used to or whatever your situation is, now it's kind of hit them over the head that you were one to be cherished. You were one to be held. You were one to be, you know, they had their chance and they blew it. That's kind of what I feel with this. And they feel like you really could have been the one that they could have had it all with the Empress. You were someone that was very, very giving with your love, with, you know, you let them borrow things I kind of get. Maybe you let them borrow your car, you let them borrow your, you know, clothes, maybe you let them borrow something, right? That's kind of coming through for someone out there. And maybe your card, your Amazon account, I don't know, Wi-Fi. But yeah, it's kind of like you gave so much into this and they had all this abundance in it, but I think they really did take it for granted, Cancer. And even for a lot of you, the Empress card is generally kind of like a feminine card, a motherly card. And it doesn't matter what gender or sex, but it was one where they felt like you really did care. That, you know, when they had their tough days, they could call you, they could come over and you'd make them feel better. You are a good friend. They think of that as well. They see how you help your friends through some difficult times. You are just that person that when you really love someone or that you have a deep friendship with someone, you put your heart in it. And I think that's where it really hurt you the most, Cancer, because you think it wasn't respected, it wasn't honored. And the Empress will not stay in an environment, in a situation that does not reciprocate all that they put into it, that does not help grow the harvest and the abundance that they expect out of it. But other couple sign notes here, they think you're very beautiful. They think you're very handsome. You know, by far out of anyone they've ever dated or talked to before. They think that, you know, you dress really well, you take care of yourself, you take care of your body. You like to work out, or if it's not so much that, you just have become a mindful eater, more careful about eating like organic foods, about things that will really be nutritious for your body. Maybe you're starting to try new diets, or lifestyles. And now they feel like the one person that they could have really had it all with is gone. But for some, it's like instead of being frustrated with themselves, they're even in some way energetically kind of blaming you. What they think about you is the Ace of Pentacles. So Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Yeah, as far as what they think about you, again, you're solid. You're loyal. You're dependable. You were worthwhile. You were valuable. But again, too little, too late. And now they see this. Now that you're not around. Now that you're not there to call, to text, to hang out with. They really get it now. But I also feel there's, you know, what they think is that they can only come back if they're going to give you an offer that is really going to be solid, genuine, that isn't going to be flaky, that isn't going to be inconsistent. And I think that's the part what they struggle with the most right now as far as reaching back out to you again, because they have to come correct. That's what the Ace of Pentacles is telling me. Give me what I want. Tell me what I need to hear. Tell me what I need to hear that's actually authentic, because I'll read you out. Or, you know, just keep away from me. Stay your distance. They get that vibe from you, Cancer, 100%. And they know it too. What they like the most about you is the Moon card. Interesting. So Pisces energy, Cancer energy for me as a reader. Yeah, first of all, you're intuitive. You're kind of, I don't know, they find you to be a little bit magical. And I'm not talking about, you know, that you have magic powers or that, you know, but it's almost as if you're so in tune with the world, with people, with spirit, that you kind of just read situations very clearly. Like they've seen you kind of like, either it's like watching a movie, watching TV show that you never seen before, but you already predict the ending. You already know what's going to happen, and then it does. Maybe they've seen you witness that with like certain situations with your friends or family members. You are someone too that's very mysterious. It's kind of almost high priestess vibes to me. But with the moon card, you're very complex. You're very complex. You have, a very bright side to you that is loving, that is charitable, but then there's also this dark side, and that doesn't mean negative, but it means kind of like you dive deep into the psyche of other people. You dive deep into the psyche of yourself, and you like to have those kind of taboo, philosophical, conversations that really hasn't sat with them for a very long time. Maybe some of you do practice magic. Maybe some of you are your own tarot card readers, oracle card readers type of thing. But yeah, you're just kind of like magic in their eyes, Cancer. And it's an energy they kind of pick up on you. It's a feeling they get from you. The way you predict, the way you carry yourself, the way there's also a lot of different moods to you. And they kind of did find you exciting in that way. They never knew what they were going to get with you. And that kind of intrigued them as well about you. I wouldn't say you're the type that went through like a roller coaster of emotions, but it's kind of like they found it very interesting how much your environment, how much people kind of affect your mood. And I feel too with this moon card here as well, like you really do have that ability to call out other people and to see that dark in other people and to kind of pick up on that suspicion if someone is kind of being shady or is kind of lying or is kind of, not being truthful. And they do in some way find you to be very emotionally intelligent because of that. But yeah, it's like this magic to you, Cancer, of who you are, the energy you carry for this moon card here, definitely. And also for someone, you like to change up your look. You don't like to stay in the same look for too long. Whether it's like you play with your makeup, you play with your hair, you play with your clothes. And they find that to be really attractive as well. And there's like a wild side to you, but they love that wild side. Maybe even someone has like a moon tattoo, a crescent moon tattoo, or like jewelry. What they don't like about you is the Four of Swords. So this is Libra energy. Different messages for different groups of you. For some of you, they kind of find you to be passive aggressive. Whether that is fair, whether you think they're getting you wrong, I don't know. But that's what this Four of Swords is telling me for some of you guys. That you won't really speak when you're annoyed, speak when you're angry. And they kind of think you expect them to already figure it out or read your mind as to why you're so annoyed because you're so intuitive, right? But not really everyone is as intuitive as you are, Cancer. Just for some. Others of you, this is with the current situation, right? You're just not talking to them. You're not engaging. You're taking your break. You're getting your rest. You are staying kind of single right now. And you want to stay single right now until you do your healing or until you get a better perspective or until someone comes along that is going to give you more than this person did. But they are kind of annoyed that they feel like you're giving them the cold shoulder, that you're shutting them out, that you're not letting them in, and that you're taking time to yourself. And for some of them, they even find that to be selfish, even if it's very much needed for you. You're putting up your boundaries, which maybe before you didn't do so to this degree with this person, but they're not liking it. They miss having you in their bed. For those of you who stayed the night at this person's house, used to, have long nights with this person, even like watch movies at their house, they kind of miss those nights. They miss waking up to you. What they like the most about this connection is the Six of Wands. Leo energy. So yeah, with the Empress card here, you did make them feel really good. You know, in some way they kind of felt pampered by you through love, or even through, you know, whatever you did to take care of them in some way, emotionally, financially, or whatever. You did make them kind of feel like they were on their high horse when they were around you. And maybe that's also because you're so attractive with the Empress card here, that, you know, just having you around and seeing that everyone would look at you when they entered a building, when they entered a party, when they entered a space, knowing that they had you on their shoulder, it made them feel good. They knew they were with the hottest person at the party or at the function or whatever. That's really what I feel with the Six of Wands here. It was a little bit of an ego boost. I got to be real and honest here. And you're also like, whether you consider yourself to be extrovert, introvert, or even an ambivert, you really do know how to be the light of the party. You really do know how to show everyone to have a good time, include everyone. You know, when you leave functions, when you leave events, people are like, I really like Cancer. Cancer's fun to be around. Bring Cancer next time. Their friends particularly really liked you. But what they don't like about this connection right now is the Judgment card. Yeah, when I picked this up, I heard I blew it. Yeah, I really do feel there was a time when Spirit was really nudging them to do something, trying to send them signs about you, about what you are supposed to be, what this contract is. Because honestly, I do feel a contract here between the two of you. Now, whether that's a soulmate contract, which I'll get to in a second, or, you know, whatever contract you had to go through with this person just to solve past life karma or whatever, there was some sort of contract there. And with soulmate contracts, people get really confused. They get really mad. That's not my soulmate. Okay, first of all, soulmates are not only the person that you're going to be with forever, that are even romantic. They're anyone that is meant to awaken something within you, to awaken a higher learning, a higher perspective within you through an experience, through a relationship that is getting you closer to your life purpose, to your blueprint of what was designed for you before entering this life. That's all, to me as a reader personally. But whatever that contract was, they didn't take the opportunity of it. They had the biggest wake-up call as far as what they should do, what they should be doing. I do feel their intuition was nudging at them for it, but they blew it. They didn't take that opportunity. They didn't take that chance. And even so, Cancer, I feel you gave them multiple chances, or a second chance, let's just say. And they still didn't honor it. They still took you for granted. And they're wondering and worried if you're ever going to give them another chance again. Highest hopes is the Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. And let me just say, with the Empress, the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords, which we'll get to in a second, we officially have 333 on the spread. You could be seeing 333 as a number confirmation recently. Your birthday could be July 3rd, July 13th, maybe June 23rd for some of you out there. But their highest hopes is that whatever happened, whatever the Tower moment was, whatever fight you got into, whatever made you, you know, kind of leave the situation, they're really hoping it'll all work out, that this will be fixed. They're kind of worried if you talked crap about them to your family members already, to your friends, because they still have this idea of you two reconnecting or working it out, but they know that if you kind of told people the tea, the dirty laundry about it all, they're kind of worried that they can mend that as well with your friends or with your family members. Just putting that out there for some of you. But I think it took you walking away, or for you to put your foot down, or for you to put boundaries up, or let them know who you are, you know, in a very blunt way, for them to really get how valuable you are. Because now they're kind of seeing Cancer really was someone that had a lot to give, that I benefited a lot from, that was a solid partner, was a good partner. Even if it was just casual, they still see you as someone that was easy to work with, easy to get along with. And they're kind of recognizing that they were the ones being a little difficult. But again, there's just this sadness, whether it's justified or not, that you're not willing to work on this anymore. And as every day goes by and you're not reaching out, you're not engaging, you didn't text back, you didn't call back, whatever, they're getting a lot more sad and even frustrated, because their deepest fears is the Three of Swords. And I believe Aquarius had this in their spread. So Aquarius may mean something to you guys. Check it out if you're dealing with an Aquarius, or if you have Aquarius in your chart. But yeah, they're afraid that this is not going to be repaired. This is not going to be healed. This is just going to end the way it ended, that it was messy. It was a hard lesson to learn. Not having you around is really going to be a bummer. It's really going to be sad for them. But they need a bit of self-reflection here. And again, cross-watcher, if Cancer did this to you, by all means, just flip it around, right? But yeah, I think someone's really going to have to sit with why Cancer or whoever walked away had to, and what they could have done differently. And if you do want to salvage this, if you do want to save this, time is ticking. Cancer may already be gone, but again, if you want to come back correct, because that's your last and final chance if you have any at all. But their deepest fears, yeah, that Cancer, they didn't see it before, they didn't recognize it, and they wouldn't have no idea that you would be the one that got away, you would be the one that broke their heart. But was that their own undoing? All right, Cancer, to see the likely outcome of the situation, what's likely to happen, unfold, what do you need to know about this person, what they're likely to do by the end of the month, and if there's anything else that I could give you to clarify this situation, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome of this situation. I'm going to pull some oracle cards as well to give you more information, more clarity on where they're at, who they are, and what you should do about this situation. And if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Cancer, I really hope that this reading has resonated with you, that it's given you clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to whatever is going on in your love life. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Want to win a free 30-minute personal reading with me? It's about time where I'm going to select that next winner for, probably the last giveaway I'm doing for a free reading for a few months. So June will be the month. If you like to enter your chance to win a free personal reading with me, open up the description box, scroll down a little bit, and you'll find the rules of entry there in case you're interested. I love you, Cancer, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Cancer.